Heidi ho, neighborino. There goes the car going past. I have returned once again for the next episode of JoJo Part 4, this one being episode 29. So on the final stretch, and you two actually kicked in. I was fearing whether or not this will actually kick in or not, because it's actually been really problematic, like, as of late. So, glad it actually kicked in, because I was really scared. But yeah, so this is actually Highway Go-Go Part 2, which is actually meant to be called Highway Star Part 2, but because you can't have those names in England anymore, because it's actually done by Deep Purple, so I can imagine that probably copyright might be a little bit difficult. But I think we have like a minute and a half, 90 seconds to go before it actually launches. So yes, I will be covering the dictionary anime after this one, because I think that might be the last thing I cover today, because as I said before in my first stream, I'm not going to cover Luga because it looks pretty bad. Like, it does, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of scared looking at it. I was like, and I saw the script was done by the guy who did Boku no Pico, and I was like, yeah fam, it's not gonna be good. It ain't. It's going to be laughably bad. Granted, he also did do the script for Fullmetal Alchemist, which does have some of the best dialogue in history. So, don't know what happens. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get put on making bloody Boku no Pico, which is actually really inherently strange. I don't understand that, but yes, I think we've got like 40 seconds to go before the new episode starts. So, don't know whether or not Josuke will actually find the actual stand user himself, or Lohan would get out alive or not. Hopefully, they all get out completely fine, because this one's been kind of awesome. I quite like Highway Go-Go, Highway Star. It seems kind of awesome. There's a kind of neat power. Or, yeah, neat power. So, let's have a look. 17 seconds to go. It's not launched yet, so let's give it another 17 seconds before I actually have to go and refresh the pages about 17 bloody times, because it never tends to ever do anything I want it to do. Alright, let's put it over there because it's launching in a second. Right. Alright, let's refresh the page. Hopefully we get a normal screen this time, because 9 out of 10 times it always kind of crashes. Righty-ho. Let's begin. So, we're starting this stream in 3, 2, 1. I'm starting it at this second. You don't have any more nourishment. I think the stream's getting a little bit strange. Again. There goes a Daniel police car. Oh, damn, we didn't figure that, did we? Didn't think of it. Was it going to accomplish in 2 minutes? That's another thing of that. By the law, son, we're going to hurt that poor woman. that was so unbelievably crazy. It actually bloody worked. I'm actually so shocked. Like, that actually happened. I love this opening. This is one of those unsurprisingly awesome openings in JoJo. Because they're always awesome, but I feel like every single time it ups itself. I wonder if I'm actually going to change the opening again. Man, we've got 10 weeks left. That's the problem. And then we wave goodbye to part 4. Unless they actually do season 2. Good old Shinobu. So bloody hot. Salvation 2. It's an unbelievably catchy song. It's beyond belief. I love it. No, it's still say version 2. Didn't someone else just appear in the clouds though? I swear to God I saw someone else in the clouds. Did I appear in the clouds? I'm not too sure. Like someone getting speed of light, didn't even notice he's stealing it. Huh. It's interesting. That makes sense. It's kind of neat. Now, since the person with the critical condition needs actually nutrient, so who'd actually consider it for everyone else. That's actually kind of interesting. He's getting attacked by the. Those feet or hands? I'm not too sure. I think they're feet. You go too fast, you go back to the future. Don't do that, fam. England. I'm from England. It does, actually. He's a little bit screwed in there, isn't he? Look, Kira's dad still in the sky, just making people stand users. He is Highway Star. Oh, he's actually becoming a actual person. Oh, snap. See, this episode is just one massive chase scene, which is kind of cool. This and Mad Max Fury Road did prove to me chase scenes can be kind of interesting if done well. Oh snap! He's running out that gas. At this point, this kid realizes that bikes need petrol and he's running out. Even that was just interesting. Yeah, it's out of gas. That is so bloody clever. How never Christ did that one car actually have gas in it? Sort of things always get you like, how's that? How's that car just have gas? They just specifically that car specifically has gas. Coach, you gonna go? Oh, what's it? I love Act 3. He's amazing. I thought he was gonna go Super Saiyan just then. Oh man, I love this kid. Joker just bursts in. Joker just bursts in like nothing. I just realized he literally just broke a public hospital, but I guess he didn't fix it. I was gonna sit there going, yeah, he just did that, didn't he? This episode is so absurd. It's amazing. Oh my god. Good old Koichi. Koichi's best bay. Oh damn, no. See, Jessica went slightly Disney just then. Yep. Very much JoJo. Oh no. Wait, I've seen this somewhere before. I know where I've seen this. This is from Hellraiser. Similarly in Hellraiser. Like the idea of taking someone else's, like, kind of, like, sucking someone else's power just to kind of heal yourself. It's Frank in Hellraiser that does it. Not exactly the same as Hellraiser, but it's kind of similar. In a way that more and more people tend to heal him to a point where he's fully healed. Once I've seen this somewhere before. It's like, hey, Hellraiser. Joe's guy. Oh my god, he's gonna go Super Saiyan. It still kind of gets me whenever I read Crunchyroll subtitles and it's just a shunning diamond. I think my stream has literally just died. I think my stream is dying on YouTube's end. You know why? If anyone's actually putting any comments in the chat, I can't see it right now, so sorry if I don't reply. My baby's back. Actually, I think my whole entire thing just, yeah, it did. Joey throws it about. I was like, God damn it. Right, let's try and fix this up because I think something's going wrong here. Oh Christ, we've actually still got a little bit to go. I bet it's Kira. Yeah, it's Kira. I'm gonna say, oh Christ, we've got a little bit more to go. There's the Wafuda series. There she is. I guess the cat's gonna play a bigger part into the series as well. I can maintain it's gonna happen. It's a JoJo anime, of course it will. I think the opening also completely just tells you that it's going to because he's holding it in the opening. Right. Let's see what's happened with everything because it looks like it was going a bit cray-cray. No, everything's actually working. Surprisingly. No, everything's actually completely working. That was surprising. I thought everything literally just died. No, everything is working completely fine. It's actually kind of surprising. Surprisingly, because it always just randomly goes. They actually never changed the ending in this anime. It's been exactly the same one for 29 episodes. Cats love Kira. See, I knew it. Cat is a good part of the series. Next episode's about the cat. I kind of knew it. I said cat tends to be a stand user. Just like, I wouldn't be surprised. You know that. I would not be surprised that's the case. That the actual cat tends to be a stand user. Okay, so post wrap up of JoJo episode 29. Pretty good episode overall. I actually quite liked it. I mean, I think the actual reveal of who the stand user was in the end was actually kind of surprising. I didn't expect him to act that way. Like he seemed like a complete arsehole, but kind of neat in the end. I quite liked him, and then how Josuke just beat him up in the end. It was actually quite funny. How he just got sent out of the hostel in the end was actually kind of funny as well. But I think the major thing to really note is how well they actually kind of implemented Josuke's smartness into the actual episode itself. Because, as we know, Josuke is not your average protagonist. He's actually a really smart lad. He knows when to use his brains when it's really needed. And this episode really just proved that whole entire idea. How he actually managed to actually kind of trap Highway Star into the actual car itself. So he actually could, in theory, get the actual gas and actually then drive off. Was actually kind of freaking neat. It got a little bit upset off that point as soon as he actually got to the hospital and actually just burst through the hospital with his actual motorbike, actually went to the elevator and actually went up to where I think his name was was. That was actually kind of surprising and funny at the same time. I actually quite liked that whole entire section. I thought it was actually really, really funny because I was kind of sitting there going, yeah, he just caused a lot of damage. Like, is someone not going to raise that as a query? Like, he's just broke that window. Like, is he gonna fix it or is he not gonna fix it? I'm not too sure, but it's kind of just like one of those things you know. But really, overall, it's actually kind of neat. And I thought for the whole entire episode, oh, you freaking Christ, no Kira. But at the end, it got Kira. I was like, hey, Kira's back, and now we're getting the whole entire idea of what's gonna go down with the cat. I'm guessing the cat's gonna play a bigger part into the whole entire series because he seems like he will. And I think my stream just crashed. Yep, it did. I do apologize for the actual stream itself. The stream's going really weird today. I have no idea why. Maybe post it might not be so bad, but like kind of viewing it right now, it's going a little bit weird. But really, good episode overall. I quite liked it. I quite like the soundtrack as well. The soundtrack in this episode was actually really kind of good. It's actually really, really well implemented. So overall, everything was pretty freaking good, I must say. Excuse me. I just really like the whole entire scene inside the actual hospital with his fangirls and how his nose became so sensitive that he actually could pick up any kind of scent or any like smell, and actually just realized, oh yeah, one of you is actually on your period. I thought, of course, it's so JoJo. I was like, that is so JoJo. But I think the best part was really when Koichi just became a massive savage and actually kind of put the lady in her place and actually kind of got the name out of her to actually find out where the bloke was. I thought that was probably one of the best parts of the whole entire episode because Koichi, again, is one of those characters that when he's needed, he is fantastic. He's one of those characters that gets really well implemented into the actual episode itself. This episode really was no different. This episode really just kind of brought his A game. I really did like his character. But I don't know, it's so bloody squeaky. But if I was going to talk about the beginning part of the episode, I have to actually talk about the whole entire scene when he's on the motorbike, driving past all the people with their phones, like in really, really crucial moments, and actually managed to actually get the phones off of them to actually kind of then call Koichi. I thought that was really funny because everyone that he was actually taking the phone off was in a really, 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 really tight situation. In essence, one of them was on a 1 billion yen like contract, and the other one was to go and ask for his like kind of girlfriend to hand in marriage. I was like, every single person who's trying to ask, you basically ruined their whole entire day. But it's Josuke, they don't really care. I was like, it's just hilarious because he managed to also get the phone off of them in that one split second. How fast he was going to how person was. Like, how the hell did he do it? And I'm kind of like sitting there going, it's Josuke. That's how I always kind of decipher the whole entire situation. It's always Josuke. But I think it's actually kind of neat, the whole entire idea of the actual stand user wanting to actually kind of fix himself up by using someone else's actual nourishment. In essence, he was in an accident, so he actually has to fix himself up. Kind of thought to myself, I've seen this song before. I was going, hey, wait a second here. Like, hey, Araki, mate, are you kind of taking some inspirations there from Hellraiser? I was like, man, that's kind of seen it in Hellraiser. Not kind of exactly the same, because Frank actually kind of gets resurrected from somewhere out of hell and actually becomes this Skeletor person that actually kind of has to feed on people that actually become a normal person once again. In this case, he actually has to get the nourishment of other people that actually kind of fix his injuries. It's kind of different, but the motif's kind of almost the same. So I was like, hey, Araki, did you take some inspiration there from Hellraiser? Because if you did, actually kind of neat, because was it out when this came out? Wait, hold on. I think this was in, hold on. I think Hellraiser was 1980 or around there. 1987, and then I think part 4 was like 1992, I think, or something like that. So I do believe it was actually completely in the actual time zone. So I think if he was going to get inspiration, he would have done anyway. So it's actually not a problem. Kind of like what happened with Misery in that one episode with Koichi and Yukako. That's very direct inspiration from Misery. So I wouldn't be surprised if Araki did take some inspiration from Hellraiser and actually kind of implemented it into his own kind of way and actually did it himself. It's actually kind of neat. I actually really did like it, because Hellraiser is one of my favorite films of all time. So kind of nice to see. It's kind of nice to see a film like that and kind of get like put into an anime in a different way. So props if he did actually use that motif. I'm not too sure. I might be speaking up my ass completely, because I can't tell. I really can't. I don't want to say yay, and I don't want to say nay. That's what I'm trying to get at. But I think the other thing to note is really, the animation really was quite a nice episode as well. The animation really does step up its game when it needs to as well. Sometimes it does tend to be kind of borderline pretty good. And other times it actually tends to be really, really bloody nice. And I think this episode really just kind of brought the really bloody nice animation, because times it was like, whoa, like David P, you're bringing out the budget today. That's kind of like, good job, boys. Hopefully it continues that way. Hopefully by the next, I would guess 9 weeks now, we get constantly improved animation until the very end, because I believe the very end's in 9 weeks. So I think it's actually 39 episodes into this anime. Not even too sure. Someone do tell me whether or not it's actually kind of got a lot left, or it's got like kind of enough for 9 episodes. So I have no idea, because if I remember correctly, JoJo has been one of those animes that's been very, very, very faithfully adapted. I didn't say it, adapted. So I wouldn't imagine that they would actually cut any corners. So if it actually has got a lot to go, there would be a season 2. If it hasn't got a lot to go, I'm guessing it's only 1 season. Not too sure, but here's hoping we get more part 4 goodness, because part 4 has been bloody great. Kind of getting beyond part 3, I don't know whether to say it's getting beyond part 2, because part 2 was bloody phenomenal. I'm not too sure if we could actually beat that just yet. But we'll see. We'll bloody see, because apparently part 7's even more better than part 4. That's what I've been reading. I think it's still will run, if I'm correctly. It's actually the best one, and I think part 6 is actually pretty good as well. So hopefully there's always these constant improvements, and part 5's coming out soon, so more JoJo on the horizon. So if all of you have enjoyed the live stream as a whole, as much as I have myself, do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed my content and you do want to leave a sub, do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you want to be that 512 subscriber and want to join a family, do leave that sub. So until maybe about an hour, half an hour maybe, I shall see you guys later with Fume no Aru. I think that's how you pronounce the name of it. So see you guys then. Bye for now.